see me? Can you hear me? I've had a few connection problems. So if you can let me know, that'd be absolutely grand if you can see me and hear me. I really don't understand what this new live layout is all about, to be honest. Is that sun a bit too bright? Is it a bit bright? Can you see me? Hello, Ali Coles. Hello, it is Sunday and I'm here to service you. Yeah. Oh, good. Thanks, Liam Lloyd. Says he can hear me and he can see me. Good afternoon, beautiful, says John Robertson. I won't go as far as saying fucking beautiful. I've got my nightie on. It's toothpaste stained. And I am wearing quite a lot of dry shampoo. I think dry shampoo this week has been about, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 days worth. But here I am. It was my birthday yesterday, so I'm 48 and 1 day old. So I'm 48 and a day old, so happy birthday to me yesterday. I am still positive for COVID on the test, the lateral flow. The PCR test did come back positive. So yes, I had a happy COVID birthday yesterday alone. I watched season 3 of My Brilliant Friend by Elena Ferrante. Very, very good. Very, very good. Well done. I finally got my Gustav Klimt prints into frames and hung them on the wall with a nail and a pair of shoes. I couldn't find a hammer. This morning I feel incredibly shit. But that's okay, isn't it? We're here. And Sally Ann Reynolds says, I can hear you and I can see you. And that's all that fucking matters, isn't it? Here I am. So yeah, yesterday was my birthday. I have been isolating since the 13th of March. Big happy birthday to my best friend and ride or die, my gorgeous Christine McGuinness. It's her birthday today. We haven't seen each other in a while, but hopefully things will get back to normality soon and we can start making lovely memories again. So I have got plenty Sunday service, dear Aunty Nelly's in the inbox. I thought, if I don't go live today, when am I going to go fucking live? When am I going to get these problems sorted? So here I am. So, not sure what my advice is going to be. As you know, I am brutally honest. I don't know whether I'm going to be sympathetic, empathetic, or going with sledgehammer. Let's see how it goes. Lots of reviews. I am dying to review as soon as I feel better. So, thank you for the belated birthday wishes. Yes, it was my birthday yesterday. I'm 48 and a day old. I haven't put my teeth in. We're supposed to get my implants fitted on the 17th of March, but I had to cancel that. I had to cancel going to London this weekend to see my gorgeous daughter and my birthday celebrations, which would have involved my beautiful daughter, my Christine, my gorgeous Mark. I would have seen lots of friends, but I'm here on my own in Islington, COVID positive. I think we are coming through the other side of it now, so fingers crossed. Anyway, without further ado, I'm glad you can see me and you can hear me. Shall we just get going? Shall we give it a go? Let's give it a go, because I don't even know what I'm going to read out. I've had to print it off because I can't be arsed with a little fucking phone today. So let's go! Let's go! Yes. I don't know how long you're going to remain on this tripod for, but I've got you sort of like there for the best of my ability. Thank you for all the birthday wishes, by the way. And if you are sending me stars, you don't know how much they are appreciated. Thank you. Not just from me, but from Facebook too, who take quite a big percentage, but that's okay. It is what it is. Dear Aunty Nelly, let's get going, anonymous, please. Yes. I still have a decent relationship with my ex-in-laws, and their son, my ex-brother-in-law, has invited me to their daughter's christening. Now, my issue is my ex will be there with his new girlfriend and her sons are going. Okay. My 2 kids will obviously be there too, and whilst I know I would be welcomed, I just don't know if me hanging on to the family I used to be a big part of is healthy for me. It would be fine, but do I really want to put myself through seeing him and them together, even though I still love all his family? Has any of your flower pots been in this position, and what did you do? I know deep down I should start letting them go, just hard for some reason. My brain hurts. Okay, well, I don't know about flower pots being in this position, but I'm still in this position. So I met Olivia's dad when I was 15, married at 17, met him at 15, engaged at 17, married at 19, divorced at 21. Lots and lots of christenings, weddings. People want to invite you because it's the polite thing to do, but also because you're a big part of the family and you're still the mother of that child that you brought into that side of the family. I think it's about having a kind of knowing when to bow out gracefully, really. There's times where I have actually involved myself in my ex's celebrations with his family when it's felt right. But things like christenings, you know, all the family's going to be there, your children are going anyway. You've got to sort of like take that back step and know how to do it in a way where you're not being rude, but you need to also close that kind of door, don't you, to keep another door open for new adventures and new celebrations. You can't hold on to that. You've got to let go. So, you know, you could still send a card and maybe a gift and let your ex-brother-in-law know that, you know, the invite is lovely. Thank you so much. However, on this occasion, I'm not going to be able to make it. But if you let me know when you're home, I'd love to drop a card and a gift off for the baby and catch up with you that way. So it's about keeping those relationships, but in a totally different way. So as a friend rather than an ex-sister-in-law or still a sister-in-law. I think there's nothing wrong with keeping up that relationship with that kind of, that side of the family, because they're still so relevant to your children, such as aunties and uncles and grandmas and grandfathers and whatever. But it's also about you knowing now that your place is no longer as family, but as a friend. So my ex-husband now, I've known him since I was 15. I've known him for 33 years. I no longer see him as an ex-husband. However, he still is Olivia's dad and always has been. He's like a best friend, his family. So that will come in time, but you've got to be kind to yourself and you have got to let go. You don't have to stop seeing these people and stop connecting with them, but you've got to change your relationship where you're going to be a friend now rather than a relative, if that makes sense. And you can still love them and you can still contact them and you can still catch up and have coffee. But I think big family celebrations maybe take a step back, and it will be easier for you in the long run. So I hope that helps. Dear Aunty Nelly. Oh, I don't know why I'm shouting because I'm hurting my own head. Me and my partner have been together 2 years and have an 18-month-old son. There's no trust issues. Okay. Now my partner is going to his brother-in-law's stag do. Oh. I don't have an issue with him going out. My issue is that they are going to a strip club. Oh. I think strip clubs are disgusting. They are so degrading. The way I see it is, if my partner came home and found a man in my front room giving me a striptease, he would be furious. Oh, I feel it's just the same, just a different venue. It's not just the same. It is not just the same. Now, I would never tell him he couldn't go out. And I know that the stag do is nothing I can change. People keep saying I do have trust issues. Oh, am I right to think like this? Right, listen. If there's a fella in your front room, right, and he's giving you a striptease, it's a little bit fucking different than actually going on a night out to an actual venue that caters for that kind of debauchery. Yeah, I'd be fucking pissed off if I come home and my fella were in front room and there's a girl fucking riding around on my new fucking fireplace and sticking her ass in his face. Won't be right happy with that. How the hell has this happened? Who's let her in? But he's going to a strip club with a load of lads. It's a stag night. What happens on a stag night stays on a stag night. Now, you're telling me you've not got trust issues. I'm not sure about this trust thing, but what it sounds like to me is you've got all your fucking morals and values wrong. They're not in right boxes. Why do you think that it's degrading? Why do you think it's disgusting? That's such a harsh word for a venue that you're looking at in such a derogatory fashion. It's an entertainment place. These ladies are doing what they want to do, as long as they're doing it and it's consensual and they're earning money and they're enjoying dancing and they're enjoying showing off their bodies and it's a bit of a laugh and a joke and they're getting paid well for it. Why is that disgusting? How we earn our money is entirely up to us. I don't find a stripper, a prostitute, an high-end escort, somebody who talks sexy on a phone, somebody who has an OnlyFans account, degrading or disgusting. As long as that individual hasn't been sold into that lifestyle or has been made to do that by trafficking, then I don't see what's degrading or disgusting about it. Whether we go to a venue that is actually catering for strip, or we watch it on TV or in porn or in a magazine, it's everywhere. It is everywhere. Sex sells. Sex will always sell long after we are gone. So I don't find it disgusting or degrading. I don't think the fact that he's going to a strip club should raise any more concern that he's going out on a night out to a nightclub or he's going to Tesco doing a bit of shopping. These people are everywhere, females, around your male. You've got to feel, what is the issue here? Is it your self-confidence? Is it your self-esteem? Is it the fact that you're such a feminist that you want to close down these places? You're finding that you're losing this battle. The way you think about this is what I find disgusting and degrading to people. So I think you need to change your mindset. And I think that's what's wrong with society. I think we deem things as being disgusting and degrading. I don't know what the fuck's happening to me here, but it'll have to do. We deem things as disgusting and degrading because maybe once upon a time that's how they were thought to be. I say go for it. Absolutely fucking go for it. If you want to strip, you want to pole dance, you want to be a high-class escort, you want an OnlyFans page, go for it. As long as it's consensual, you're doing it because that's what you want and you are safe to do so. And it's what you want to do. Crack on. But I think people's mentalities, I'm going a bit off topic here, but people's mentalities towards how people earn a living or what is out there as entertainment, they see it as disgusting and degrading. I think it's your mindset that's disgusting, and I think it's your mindset that's degrading to anybody that feels that that's the way they want to make a living. So when people say they think you've got trust issues, when you say people and not one person, I think you need to actually question that. And I think you probably have got trust issues. You don't feel comfortable with him going to a strip club and you're using the degrading and disgusting feeling that you have about it as an excuse for the fact that you don't trust your partner in a room with a woman who may get naked. That's the problem. But people who work in strip clubs are not disgusting, they're not degrading, as long as they're done professionally, correctly, the girls are being paid what they should be being paid and they're keeping the tips or whatever, however it works. Yeah, so there you go. There we go. I think animal cruelty is disgusting. I think any crime committed against our most vulnerable children in society is disgusting. I think what's happening at the moment with Russia and Ukraine is disgusting. Now, that's something I can feel passion about. That's something that I think 95% of the population would find disgusting. I don't think somebody going to a strip club is disgusting. Correct me if I'm wrong, but there's lots in this world that are disgusting things. Disgust you, and they should disgust you. But your partner going on a stag do to a strip club, nah. Fucking get with the script, love. Get in the real world. Moving on. Dear Aunty Nelly, I am an awful person. Oh, okay. Okay. I've been with my partner over 10 years and we have a lovely child who is happy. He works nights and I work days. On his days off, he goes to a pub. All right. I did not mind this and now I would rather him be out. After an argument, being called the usual fat and ugly, I spoke to a guy who lives a few hours away. Oh, I see where we're going with this. Partner thinks you're fat and ugly. Always spending his free time in pub. So you've started speaking to someone online and you've fallen in love, haven't you? Here we go, here we go. Okay, I spoke to a guy online who lives a few hours away. We've spoken every day and he has a girlfriend. Of course he does, yes, and you've got a boyfriend. Oh no, yeah, might be a boyfriend. He makes me laugh and we have amazing chemistry and banter. I love him. Over the past few weeks, he's been distant. Oh, and he's been pondering what's going on, as he doesn't want to hurt his girlfriend. Oh, I've got earache now, hang on. I do not want to break our child's family up. Since then, we've decided to call it a day and he's blocked me. My question is, how do I get over him? I cannot eat or sleep. I love him so much, but I will never cheat or break up our family. What the actual fuckety fuck has gone on here? What have you allowed here to happen? So, you're not happy in your relationship, you've got a child, you've got a partner, you just put up with him. You actually don't mind the fact that he goes out, you prefer that he does. He's always at pub and he says you're fat and ugly. So you've gone online like that, tinkering away out Tinternet, and up's past this man. And he goes, oh, you're nice. And you go, thank you. It's not real, because none of it's real, because you've not met in real life, have you? No. So you've fallen in love with type on a screen because he's told you everything you want to hear, because it's so easy to do that. Because when we're actually conversating online, we're meeting people online, they can tell you what they fucking want because it's not real, it's not true. He's not going to call you fat and ugly, is he? No, because nobody should. That should never be allowed. However, he is going to say things to you that you want to hear, and he is going to say things to you that are a lot better than what your partner's saying. Sounds to me like that's all he says and not much else because he's not around. And you're not right asked about him being around because you're there fucking tinkering away. Maybe you're typing one-handed. You've fallen in love with a fantasy. It's not reality. It's not real. You've fallen in love with type on a screen. And I don't know how this actually happens, but it does. And now you're going through heartbreak. That's why you can't eat and you can't sleep. He's done the right thing and he has blocked you off everything. He's gone, that's it. He knew he'd got in too deep and he's cheated online. He's cheating online, cheating, abso-fucking-lutely. I think when you hide anything from another person, from your partner, it's deemed as cheating. What do you do here is you start eating a little bit because we need food and water to be able to survive. You get a little bit of sleep in your system and then you'll start thinking a bit more rationally, and then you've got to sort your fucking shit out. You've got to sort of look at the grass you stood on and does it warrant being watered? To me, it sounds like you've got into the part of the relationship where you no longer respect each other. Can you get that respect back? Is there anything there that you should be there for? Now, when you say you don't want to break up your family, what are you actually teaching this 10-year-old child? You're teaching this 10-year-old child that this is what relationships are like. Children learn from us. They learn from us. We're there as their mentors. You're teaching them that it's okay to ignore each other or communicate in a way that is derogatory. It's okay for dad to call mum fat and ugly. It's okay for mum to probably not spend any spare time with me, or not cook as well, or I'd be really sad and not eat and not sleep because she spends most of the time on fucking internet. And this is how relationships are. That is not how relationships are. You don't want to break up a happy home. It's a fucking nightmare. Don't you think? If you were on your own with your child and your partner were on his own doing whatever the fuck he wants and then parenting his child when he's got quality time with him and you parenting your child, is that not happy homes? I think unless you've got something to warrant keeping this relationship for, such as love and respect and trust, doesn't sound to me like you've got a relationship. Therefore, regardless of the fantasy online that you now sat grieving for, the loss that you've got, fucking water your own grass. Look after your child and look after yourself. I'm not judging anybody, eh? Hang on a minute, I've just seen a comment there. I ain't fucking judging no fucker. Am I saying, what am I supposed to have judged? Please put it in the comments, and if I see it, I'll comment. But I ain't judging no fucker. But I'm not even judging this woman. She's fallen in love with type on a fucking screen. It's not real. Anybody could be anybody online. I could set up a account right now and go and speak to somebody in fucking New Zealand and who's unhappy with his wife and tell him everything he wants to hear. It's not real, is it? Oh, dear Aunty Nelly, my husband has become distant in the last 6 months after 14 years happy together. At first he said he may be depressed, but very quickly gave up on antidepressants. Okay. Now he never seems to want to spend any time with me and will not make any plans. A few days ago he told me he loved me, but he is not in love with me anymore. I am devastated to hear that after always having a close, loving relationship, I feel so lovely. We have talked about couples counselling, but is it even worth a try if he feels like that? Anyway, has anyone had any experience of counselling, and is it worth a try? Hello in Barbados, how are you? We have a bit of sunshine, but not the heat. So, kind of know what it's like in Barbados. We do have a big yellow ball in the sky. It's not here often, make the most of it. If you have a big yellow ball in the sky where you live, then you need to go out and soak it up, not sit here watching me. Why did he give up on antidepressants? If he said he was depressed and he'd obviously been seeked help, which is fabulous, and he got some antidepressants, why has he stopped them? Is it because he felt they weren't working, he didn't give them enough time, they were affecting him, because some of them do have some side effects? What was it? Oh, I bet it's gorgeous in Lanzarote, Helen, enjoy. What was it why did he give up on them? So he's obviously still struggling a little bit because he was being given antidepressants and he's now thought, I don't need them. So what is the cause of the depression? Is he getting help elsewhere? Now, you say that you might want couples counselling, which is all very well and good, but it sounds to me like he needs counselling maybe on his own, for himself, rather than maybe he needs to deal with that before he can actually focus on the relationship. Because when we do have relationship problems, we do want to fix it, don't we, if there's love there. And we become quite self-absorbed with what's wrong with the relationship. But maybe there's a lot wrong that he needs to deal with before he can handle that. Or maybe when he deals with that, then the relationship will be in a different place because he's feeling different. So I think relationship counselling, absolutely. I'm a big advocate for counselling for anything, therapy for anything. It does work. If you're willing to allow it to work, if you're willing to put the work in. But I think stop going on about the relationship and speak to your husband as you would a friend and ask him if there's maybe anything else that you can work on first. I think he needs to do some work on himself and get to the root of his depression before he can actually manage the relationship, if that makes sense. I'm not saying the relationship is not important. I'm not saying that at all. But what I will say is, You can't pour from an empty cup. And he needs to work on him first. And I think if he tries that and does that, then maybe everything else will fall into place. Does that make sense? Next one. Right, what was I rude about? Go away. I've just sent her a load of stars. What have you done next? Says Jane Stone. Thank you for the stars, Jane. Who needs to go away? Have we got a little troll on? Have we? Have we got a little troll on today's Sunday service? Hello, troll. You are more than welcome. What have I done wrong? What have I said that's offended? My advice is purely for entertainment purposes. If you don't want to watch, you don't want to listen, you don't want to take it, off you fuck now. It's really not a fucking issue or a fucking bastard problem. What have I done? What have I said that you haven't liked? Please. I think Jamie misheard about the strippers. What did I say about strip clubs? I said, fucking kudos to them. If you decide that you want to take your clothes off for a living, fucking you crack on, flower. You absolutely crack on as long as nobody's forcing you into it. You get your fucking tips that you deserve and you get paid the right money. Fuck all wrong with being a stripper. Fuck all wrong with being a high-class escort. Fuck all wrong with being a prostitute. Whatever it is that you want to do, flower, you crack on. Let's have a look. You haven't said nothing wrong, says our Alina. Thank you, my darling. Yeah, nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with OnlyFans. I mean, I'm thinking of fucking starting an account for only grands now. I'm 48 and a day old. I'm thinking, right, there must be a fetish out there on OnlyFans that people like to see big fat bellies wobbling about. I reckon there'd be people out there that would pay a subscription to Nelly 5 bellies. I reckon. And I reckon if I set up an OnlyFans called Nelly 5 bellies and all I had to do was film my wobbly jelly belly, I reckon I'd make a fucking fortune. Because have you seen in the Daily Fail, Kerry fucking Katona, she's on about 840 grand a fucking month. I don't know what she does because I've not got OnlyFans, I've not got OnlyGrams, I don't think it exists. But that's something to look into. But I reckon all these weird and wonderful fetishes that we know about now because we do Nighttime with Nelly, don't we? And that's opened up a whole load of things. I don't judge strippers. Did somebody say I judge strippers? No, I don't judge strippers. I don't judge fucking anybody, me. The only people I judge is... Thank you, Chris. Chris has said you will be a millionaire. Yes, thank you. Yeah, the only people I judge are anybody in society that would harm an animal or a child. I don't think there's anything worse than that, really. So, yeah. I reckon me... jingling about my belly, I reckon, or like fingering my belly button, I reckon there would be a fetish for that. This could be COVID talking, but no, I don't like only fats. I like only grams. I don't actually like the word fat. I prefer difficult to kidnap and easy to see. Dear Aunty Nelly, my partner of 4 years that lives with me and my 2 daughters has a work-related award ceremony to attend. Oh, that's exciting. But there's limited tickets, so not exciting. He wants to take his 2 children and me and his parents. That fucking light from that, that's better, isn't it? I should have shut blinds. Okay, he wants to take his 2 children, me and his parents. There is therefore a family... What? Therefore, this is going to be a family occasion that my 2 children can attend. There will be photos taken, however, he does not agree and says there are times we simply can't all do things as a 6. Well, you can't drive a car as a 6, can you? Because most cars will only let 5 folk in. So, yeah. I have said I will not go, and he can go with his children's parents. Am I being unreasonable? Am I just overthinking the situation? Yeah, okay. So, when Olivia had her graduation, where she qualified with first class honours at Kingston upon Thames University, I think we were allowed 3 tickets. I think it were 3. So it were me, her dad and my mum. Her dad's wife come and my mum's husband come, but they had to stand outside, and then like went graduation when they've walked across stage and got like you clap and shit and they get their certificate, you can like see them after. But some places do only have limited tickets. Now I don't think it's wrong for him to say, I mean I don't know what he's being awarded with, but I don't think it's wrong him saying I want my 2 kids to come because they're like his kids, and I don't think it's wrong him saying I want my mum and dad to come because that's his mum and dad. And I don't think it's wrong for him to say, I want you to come because you're his partner. But if there's only so many tickets and there's 6 here as a family, then yeah, somebody has to take a back seat. But I think you're cutting your nose off to spite your face by saying, well, I won't fucking come then. What he could do is say, I'll just go with you. But that's not going to happen because that's not fair, because he wants to share this joy with his mum, dad and his kids. I think this is just something that you're just going to have to suck and see. Yeah, so, yeah, you're just going to have to suck it and fucking see, to be honest, because I don't think he's wrong doing that. I think it's wrong if you don't go, because that's not showing your love and support for your partner, is it? So, and you just have to explain to your kids, it's not like that they're like the poor relatives. That's what you're thinking, isn't it? Like your kids at poor relatives. It just is what it fucking is. Why don't you go to ceremony and get his award, and then why don't you do a lovely, lovely family meal where everybody can attend and you can like celebrate it again, but all of you. It just is what it fucking is, isn't it? Yeah, I don't really, I mean, isn't it funny how sometimes when we don't have a problem, we create problems, and I think you're creating a problem that isn't a problem. So what did you say? Am I overreacting? Yeah, I think you are, yeah. I think, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think you're overreacting. Yeah. Moving on. I mean, what do you do if you've got 4 kids? Can you drive a car? Or do you have to get a van? What do you have to do? Mum's okay. Somebody's just asked how Mum is. She's all right. She's doing okay. Hopefully I'll... She come yesterday for my birthday and she stood at gate. God love her. With a little coat on. She looked like a little Eskimo. With little boots on. And then left me birthday card on step. And then when she'd fucked off, I went out and got it because I was terrified of... I don't know, like breathing on her or whatever, even though she was there with a mask on and her gloves, and yeah, she's all right, is my mum, God love her. Yeah. That's it, innit, with big families? Yeah. I tell you what, I feel a bit shit really, but here we go. Dear Aunty Nelly, my partner has been living with me for 3 years. He has a daughter from a previous relationship. She stays with us for a weekend. She's 5. I have a teen daughter. He worked when he first moved in, and he was paying his ex £120 a month maintenance. But then he lost his job and he still pays his ex from our benefits. What? Which I'm not happy with, as my daughter seems to miss out. I did mention that it was unfair that he paid his ex. He just moaned and said that I shouldn't provide. Should he not provide for his daughter? What should I do? Should my daughter get the same? Should he pay her less? But is he going to get a new job? Is he going to get a new job and a new wage? What do you mean about your benefits? Is it, when you live together and you're on benefits, so you're not working and he's not working, do you get like joint benefit or something? What, is he able to reduce the maintenance a little bit because he's no longer on an income, or is he still paying that, and is it coming out of your benefits, therefore it's not money that you would have been missing before? I don't really understand. My COVID brain don't understand what you're saying. You've got to look after your child, right? Your child. So you've got to make sure that your benefits, make sure that they pay for your gas, your electric, your rent. And I'm pushing it a bit far because I know that the benefit system doesn't actually accrue to what your actual bills are. But if he's also getting benefits, then you've got to sort of like split them. This is what I need for my benefits for me and my daughter. That's what you need for you and your daughter. Can you do that? Are we saying because he's lost his job, he no longer provides for his child, or he wants to be with a man that doesn't provide for the child? Are you being a bit selfish there? But I don't really understand this. Is the mother of his child not getting any money and she can't live without his benefits, maintenance? Oh, God, I don't understand this. I think a lot of relationships it gets into a bit of a grey area when money's involved, innit? So I think he needs to look for a new job, and I think you need to start off as you mean to go on with your money's your money and his money's his money, and then what you have in surplus you pull together so you're not in this situation. It's his responsibility to pay for his daughter. Somebody just said, I have COVID and I feel rough. I have COVID and I feel rough. So I hope we all feel better soon. So his responsibility will always be his child. So no matter what money he earns or has, that will always be priority for his daughter. Whatever money you have will always be priority for your daughter. I don't know if you've got daughters. Did you say that? Yeah, you've both got daughters. Yeah, your kids will always have to come first. So, and then your bills. And then whatever you've got left, if you have, then maybe together. But I don't know what the right thing is to do financially when you're in a relationship. If one's working and one's not, do you help each other, support each other? I don't know. It's an hard one, this. But I don't think his child will miss out. But I also don't think your child will miss out. So I think you need to have a really good sit down at kitchen table and go through your finances and reassess them. And I wish him the best of luck of getting a new job. I know how things difficult are at the moment, and I know how difficult Wednesday is going to be. Because here in the UK, we've got the new budgeting. The Shadow Chancellor was, love your nails, Aunty Nelly. No, you don't, Chris, because they should have been done this week, because I was going to London. And I had to cancel dentist, so I haven't had my implants fitted. To cancel hairdresser, cancel my nails, everything's been fucking cancelled. I'll probably get cancelled soon anyway, because I'm not moving with the walk times, am I? I'm a bit too stuck in my ways, am I? I'm stuck in my ways? Oh no, I am walk. I don't know what I'm talking about. Why would I get cancelled? I wouldn't get cancelled, would I? Because I'm not homophobic. I'm not racist. I've no skeletons in my closet. I don't do drugs, unless we're talking paracetamol every 4 hours, topping up on them. I'm not a massive drinker. What can you get cancelled for now as a celebrity? What do celebrities get cancelled for? I mean, I'm not even a celebrity, so I don't even know why I'm saying that. But what can you get cancelled for? Oh yeah, like what were he called? Jeffrey Epstein. He's dead, innit? That sort of stuff, like being a Charlie Chester. You get cancelled for that. Being racist. Being homophobic. I don't know what else. Well, there's loads, isn't there, really? Sweetheart, you look like you need sleep. Yes, sleep would be really nice. But when you're on your 7th day of COVID, I don't really know if I am doing proper sleeping. Anyway. Yeah, I'm in a bit of a mess, aren't I, with these dear Aunty Nellies. Hello, Chief, I love you too. I am in a bit of a mess because I don't really understand what's going on, but here we go, let's carry on. Dear Aunty Nelly, my husband of 7 years has just informed me he doesn't love me anymore. Cannot believe it and in shock. He said there is no one else. We have an 18-month-old little boy and a 4-year-old girl. Oh, cannot eat or sleep and I have a feeling of sinking. Anyone else been through this and does it get easier? It does get easier, darling. It does get easier. Yeah. Oh. So you've been with your husband 7 years, you've got a 4-year-old little girl, an 18-month-old little boy, and you're just cracking on as a normal, everyday person, and then he just turns around and says, don't love you anymore. And yeah, it will have come as a massive fucking shock. It will. But what'll keep you going once the shock subsides is your children, because they still need to get up in the morning. They need showers and baths and food and water and playing with and fresh air. So don't let that thing down. That will be a distraction. And the more you just keep doing that and it comes Monday, Friday, weekend again, you'll realise that that feeling in the pit of your stomach starts to become a bit number, and it does get better. It does. Loads of people have been through this. Loads of people have had their husbands turn around and say, I no longer love you anymore. There's nothing we can do. It's the end of the road. You've just got to concentrate on being an independent parent to your lovely children, co-parent with your ex-partner. And yes, it does get easier. How in time? There's no time. Some people are able to move on quite quickly. Others can't move on. But it does get easier. Just look after you, because you've got to look after you to look after your children. So take care of you, get the sleep, make sure that you are eating and drinking, and make sure that you're speaking to people around you. Make sure you've got lots of people in your life that understand what you're going through. Don't be quiet, don't go through it alone, and make sure that your friends and family are supporting you. Yeah, it does get easier. It does get easier. Nobody actually dies of a broken heart, I don't think. Even though you may feel that you are doing, you're going to be fine. Just takes time. Time is a healer. Last one. Do you know? I don't know, no. Do you know what I'm looking for? No, that's how it starts. Dear Aunty Nelly, do you know what I'm looking for? No. I'm often looking for my glasses when they're on my fucking face, but there we go. I am a new mum to a 4-year-old, 4-month-old. I have given up my business to be a mum. I run my own dog walking business, so I used to spend all day on my own. Since being a mum, it has dawned on me how lonely I am. I have a couple of good friends, but they are really busy. I have nobody I can just pop in to have a chat with. My job kept me so busy. I am hoping to make some new friends, but I don't know where to start. I feel really lonely and isolated. But if you used to have a dog business, you obviously really enjoyed being outside. Can you not take baby outside in a pram? I know that weather's not always brilliant. You don't say where you live, but you can get a rain cover for a pram and get yourself wrapped up. Get to a few baby and toddler groups, baby classes. They do fucking baby massage and all sorts of shite this day and age. And there'll be loads of mums that you'll meet and dads that will probably feel exactly the same as you, because it's not that you're feeling lonely, because you're not lonely, even though that sounds like I'm contradicting what you're saying. You're not lonely, but you are lonely because you're doing it all alone. And I think you're getting alone and lonely mixed up. So find people who are doing what you're doing. Mother and toddler groups, baby classes, you know, get yourself out there in prams, speak to people that you might meet on a walk. You're doing it alone, but you don't have to be lonely. And when you start meeting people in your area who go to these classes, it is good for baby to socialise, but you'll find that these people are going also for the same as you, for a social event. You need to have that drop-in coffee with somebody and say, bloody hell, they were up all night last night. Oh, well, mine's teething. And you'd be surprised how much these baby classes can bring like-minded parents together. And you can all share things and get advice off each other and know that you're no longer doing it alone will not make you feel as lonely, if that makes sense. And also, you know, tell your friends and family how you're feeling. Ask some of your girlfriends to put a date in the diary. I don't want to be a mum on Saturday afternoon. I want to be out for 2 hours and I want to have a coffee and a slice of cake and not worry about whether nappy's been changed. You know, ask for that help. And I think sometimes we don't always ask for that help because it makes us look like we're not coping. Believe me, if the help is there, take it with both hands. Enjoy yourself. Go to the baby classes. Ask for the help with friends and family for babysitting. You know, join the mummy and baby and toddler groups, and you'll find you're no longer feeling as alone. Therefore, you won't be lonely. I think that's all I have to say about today. 7 days, COVID positive. Surely I'm no longer infectious, but who the fuck knows? I'm not really eating, sleeping. I am drinking plenty and keeping on top of my medication. I've done Sunday service and I've enjoyed it. I hope you have. It was my birthday yesterday. Thank you so, so much to each and every one of you for sending me birthday wishes. It was much appreciated and it really did cheer me up on a day where I was home and alone. Yeah. So I'll see you all soon, shall I? It's been lovely for you to join me today on what is the International Day of Happiness. I hope I brought you a little bit of happiness and I'll see you all very, very soon.